Let's get started. My name is Tina McDermott, the lazy inspirational chef, and I'm a weight loss coach. I've been doing this for 21 plus years. This is my love. This is my passion. And I'll tell you, there's no place that I'd rather be than right here, right now, in my kitchen, teaching you how you can live a life that's healthy and vibrant and free. All right. Let's get the party started because we got work to do here. We got work to do. We're going to start with the crumble bars. I'm going to turn the oven on. I'm going to turn it on to 325, and that's only going to be like 8 minutes. Okay, so I've got that going, but the other thing I'm going to get going on is the jam mixture, which are blueberries. These are fresh blueberries. You can use frozen as well. The frozen, you'll have to cook a little more. There's a little bit more liquid in them. The batch that I had made earlier were with frozen, so I just had to cook them a little bit longer. So you're going to get a medium-sized pot, and you're going to get blueberries in there. We're going to cook this on the stovetop, and I want to remember all of my ingredients. It's about a teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. Everything that we're making today has lemon in it. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of some monk fruit. You're like, Tina, why are you using monk fruit? I'm using monk fruit because it does not spike your insulin. What that means is that it will not send everything that you're eating into fat storage. Isn't that nice? Because I don't know about you, but I got enough fat going on in my body. Don't need any more. So I try to go really low on sugar, and I get the confectioner sugar, monk fruit confectioner sugar. So we got lemon juice in there. We've got monk fruit in there. I'm going to put a tablespoon of arrowroot starch. It's in lieu of cornstarch. Yes, you can use cornstarch, but most cornstarch is genetically modified. We're just going to mix that all up, and then I'm going to put it on the stove top and cook this up. Caitlin, give me a 5-minute timer to remind me to check on this. Okay, just remind me to check on that in about 5 minutes. Next, we're going to make the crust because that has to bake first. For these blueberry crumble bars, I'm going to use almond flour and coconut flour. And you're probably wondering, can you substitute white flour? The answer is no. You need a different recipe for white flour. There is no one-to-one substitution. Next, I'm going to use some coconut flour. Same reason why I'm using almond flour, because it's no gluten, okay? You don't want gluten because there's a direct correlation from your gut to your brain. And again, remember I said I had a lot of brain issues from having Lyme disease, so we don't want any more of them. Anytime I use coconut flour, I always sift it. Why? Because coconut flour tends to get lumpy, especially if you store it in the freezer. You need a little baking soda, not baking powder. We're using baking soda because in this recipe, there is lemon juice, and the lemon juice will activate the baking soda. If you don't have an acid in a recipe, then you're going to need the baking powder to activate it so it rises. But if there's an acid, baking soda. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So we're going to use about a 1/4 teaspoon of some sea salt. Next, I'm going to do the wet. And in the wet, you can use, if you are nut allergic, you can use sun butter. I'm going to use organic peanut butter. You can also use almond butter. Okay, you can use almond butter, cashew butter, walnut butter. 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. The confectioner sugar, 1/4 cup. I have a 1/4 cup already in here. Don't get the granular for baking. It doesn't bake nice. That's why I always get the confectioner sugar. And Lakanto brand is my absolute favorite. What else we're going to do? 2 tablespoons of some pure maple syrup. Remember, if you have maple syrup, that you store it in the refrigerator after you open it. We want some more lemon juice. So let's get a little bit of lemon juice in here. This is 1 teaspoon. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of lemon, but I really like lemon, so I'm doing 2. The zest of 1 lemon, because when you zest a lemon, you get even more pow of lemon flavor in your baked goods. I make this lemon cake, and I think I zest 2 lemons. So there we go. We've got the lemon rind with my handy dandy little zester there. And that's it. I'm gonna mix all of this up. I got everything in here. Now it's time to put the dry in the wet. I'm just gonna put it all in there and blend this up. So next, what I did is I got an 8x8 pan. I sprayed it. So now I'm gonna put about 3/4 of this mixture on the bottom. The rest I'm gonna save for the top. Okay, the rest I'm gonna save for the top. And then I'm gonna bake the crust for about 10 minutes, and then we'll put the blueberry mixture on top. All right, now I'm gonna bake this for about 10 minutes at 350, but this is a convection oven. So convection, I'm gonna do always 25 degrees less. I'm gonna do it at 325 and only for 8 minutes versus the 10 minutes. I'm gonna wash my hands and then we'll finish that up later. I'm not done. But what I want to know, and you do get points for this, this is the last thing you're going to get points for, is what have you found most valuable about our time together today? What have you found most valuable? What is your 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 takeaways from today that you're going to incorporate in your life, in your family's life? Look how beautiful that is. Might be a little bit too many blueberries, but I don't care. You could eat this with a spoon if you have to. Okay, I think it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Let's get the rest of that crumble going. We're going to turn the oven back on. Convection, I'm going to do 20 minutes versus at 325 versus 350 for 25 minutes. We're going to get the rest of that crumble and just crumble it right on top. I already made one earlier, so I'll show it to you. I'll show you a piece already made. And our blueberry crumble deliciousness bars. All right. Thank you so much for watching the show today. If you love to find joy in the kitchen, even if you don't know how to cook, even if you don't like to cook, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right below so that you can catch each and every one of my episodes. Thank you again, and until next time, namaste.